Yo, what's going on, man?
Oh, good. That was a good space there about the gaming. I had to leave it, the ashes.
Okay, all right, I got it. It's
Yeah.
recording now. But yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on, Karush? What's going on, everybody?
All good, all
What were you
good.
saying?
Yeah. Nothing, nothing. Yeah, I was saying that was a good space there. Ash is doing about the gaming as well. Uh, you might want to check it
Oh,
like later to listen to the
we're just in the
recordings.
space. You're saying?
Yeah. Listen to the recordings.
Okay.
Yeah, just letting you know. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna actually. I'll check it out after this. I'll check it out after this for
yeah.
sure.
I
What's
think
going on,
so.
Rampage? Let me get you up here right now.
Yeah, what's about the title like SE Guilds versus Guilds in other games? You're comparing like with the Web 2 traditional gaming game.
No, no, no. So yeah, let me clarify the title. For everybody that's listening, playing this back, for everybody that's listening on YouTube, I appreciate you tuning in. What we got going on here is SA guilds, so Star Atlas guilds versus guilds and other games discussion. Basically, what I mean by that is we have a little bit of time till Star Atlas comes out, but a lot of us are gamers. There's a lot of big guilds out here. And we all at heart love games. We all love playing games competitively, and this is what we get in it for. When it comes to Star Atlas, it was kind of the reverse, right? We all met each other through a game that hasn't come out yet, so we got to meet each other first, then the game comes. Usually it goes, you find a game you like, you start playing it, then find friends, and you know what I mean. So it's like a little bit flipped here. But while we're waiting,
Yeah,
I think that it's very strong and it'd be very profound and just great for the community to start getting engaged in other games. Me and Rampage were actually just talking about this offline. That's why I was like, you know what, let's do a Twitter Spaces real quick. But guilds versus guilds. Let's play some Call of Duty Warzone. Let's play some Star Citizen. Let's play some obviously, everybody's seeing what's it called? CS:GO. Let's play some Meta
yeah,
Ops. Let's play all these different games, guilds versus guilds, and just have fun with it. You know what I mean? We're in a place where the market seems to be on the fence. We don't know if it's going to go up. We don't know if it's going to go down. We, let's just brighten it up and get back to the core community, and that's gamers and playing games. So yeah, man, that's the
yeah.
that's the title.
Awesome, awesome. Got the point. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's going on Rampage.
What's up, man? How are you, man?
Chilling, chilling. Feels like just yesterday we were talking
I
exactly an hour ago.
know.
And
Yeah.
then me and Carush were talking, on the phone about 2 hours ago. So
Yeah, if you hear
it's
noise in the background, that's because I'm working some equipment while I'm on this space, so I'm trying to double duty for you guys. Yeah,
you're good.
yeah. Me and Moon Man, yeah, we were just talking, and we, we'd be lying to ourselves if we didn't say that, we want the guilds to grow and we want the hype around the game to grow, and while we are rivals, it's a friendly rivalry, and we want everybody to be able to do something that just like engages the entire community. Whether we're trying to grow our own guild or whether we're trying to just get more people within the Star Atlas community until the game comes out. So, like the best way we can do that is like rivalrous gameplay, like being able to play other games and face each other, and that's going to build the Star Atlas brand. It's going to build our own guild's brand, and it's going to build even your own personal brand if you're trying to build your own socials. Like it's there's a lot of benefit to it, and the fact that we haven't really done a lot of large scale of it yet is like we're going to get started with that. It's something to really be excited about. So I'm really happy like that we can start like starting more of these and just get into more games and stuff like that. Maybe get more schedules if you want to like schedule different things that people can look forward to. Like there's a lot of opportunity here to branch out, especially until the game comes out. So I'm super excited for it.
Fully agree. I think I do believe that it is strong for make sure to hit your mute button real quick. Um it is fully important and or wait here let me rephrase that. It is definitely very good for guilds in general because it allows them to actually see who's good at what their skills are, the game IQ of their team members, it's great for other guilds to interact with other guilds because you get to have friendly competition. People get to finally interact with the other guilds, more than just talking and tweeting and calls, and it's there's more engagement. We're getting to the core of what we're all here for, which is playing games. That is the main thing that we are all here for and we want to do. And then it's of course very, very great for the Star Atlas community because we all now get to interact more than just talking and texting and tweeting, and it builds that stronger bond because games really bring people together. And if we're already this strong and we really haven't played any games together, man, this is going to be extremely strong. And then it's even great for the Star Atlas team and the game itself, because when people look to get into Star Atlas, they then find the community and now see how tight we are when it comes to playing games with each other. So all around, I believe it's a win-win for everybody. And it's just going to be really fun to set up different, friendly competitions and tournaments, and all these different things. Kurush, you got
Yeah,
any?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I'm totally agreed with you guys. Like, Rampage put it up very well. Uh, but despite this community, like Star Atlas community, I was more like thinking and theorizing about the what's gonna happen if a well-developed guild with more than hundred of million of dollar money comes into Star Atlas, like let's say Team Secret. We know they got FIFA tournaments going on, like professional FIFA players. They got Warcraft players. They got CS:GO players. They compete for the World Championship. I would like to know, like, SA, let's say native guilds, compared to traditional Web2 games. How's it gonna be?
Uh, Rephrase your question a little bit. I was a little bit confused on what you were saying. Sorry, Kurush.
Yeah, yeah, you guys about like talking about like family, uh, being the role of Final Frontiers, but at the same time, the members, the leaders communicate to each other and helping each other right now. But it's good that they go out to like try CS:GO, for example.
Right.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
I think that's good for everybody to do that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
definitely, yeah, that's basically what you guys mentioned. But I'm more thinking about like what's gonna happen if a traditional Web2 gaming guild enters the Star Atlas world. Well, what us, like me, you guys, as the native OGs of Star Atlas, let's say,
Hmm.
uh, got to do? How's it gonna be with the situation, the fights, the challenges that we're gonna be facing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, what I would say to that is, I mean, we can't. It's the world. This space is open to everybody, and sooner or later, all professional gamers will know about Star Atlas and will be in this community. So, it's just a matter of time. But I would say this, there's professional gaming teams that play Call of Duty, and they're at the elite of the elite level. But me, you, my friends, Rampage, his friends, they all still play Call of Duty. It doesn't deter them from playing Call of Duty or us playing Call of Duty. So no matter of the skill level of people that come into the Star Atlas space, it doesn't hurt us at all, because they're going to play at their elite level and we're going to play at our level. you know um when it comes to FPS shooters, it's a little bit different, right? So I guess maybe a better thing to say would be when it comes to when high skill level people from Star Citizen or Elite Dangerous or Eve Online come into Star Atlas. Well, they're going to come when they come, right? I mean, that's going to happen. Some have already done that, and it's not going to stop any of us from playing. Um, I don't think there's anything to worry about there, because in actuality, we want them to come. We want more people to come. That's the main reason. Um, I think Star Atlas is making a game is to say, hey, all gamers, you are welcomed. That would be my, you know, rebuttal to that. If that kind of makes sense, let me know.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. But I would like to know Rampage's opinion on this. Then I can like throw something at you, because I'm gonna get you there one man. There's a little detail that you kind of missed, and it's a very important aspect that uh, a lot of people just forget about it. Yeah, go on, Rampage.
Yeah, hey, and if it's unbearable, let me know because I've got noise in the background. So just interrupt me and be like, dude, we can't deal with it anymore.
No, we can hear your voice. You're good.
Good. So if I understood the question right, and I did have kind of a response for it. The Web two guilds that are out there, like they built their guilds around their respective games, and and like Moonman just said, they play those respective games, but it doesn't deter them from playing other games. Like you see, like let's use streamers for example. I probably use that example a lot because that's my main socials to stream. But like they streamers, have their own main games that they play, like Warzone or Star Citizen, that kind of thing. But they will branch out and play other games. But the reason why people join their community is because of that main game. The reason why people will join the Star Atlas community is because of the community leadership that exists now and that is going to continue to build until the game comes out. So while these elite guilds are going to come out and maybe join the Star Atlas community, you might see some elite gameplay from them, come into our community. That's not going to deter from why we're here. We're here because of Star Atlas, and people will continue to follow us because of our personalities and because of what we bring to Star Atlas. And they might add to our community in a good way too, and that's not something to like turn down either. Like if they come into the Star Atlas community and maybe they give up Warzone, they give up Star Citizen to be more a part of Star Atlas, that's totally fine too. It's all about building the community leadership that we already that we're trying to bring forth right now and grow, and that's only going to make the game and the community and the guild stronger. So to me, like if I'm answering this correctly, it doesn't bother me that like when Web two guilds come into the game space, to our game space, just because we know why we're here. We have a reason to be here.
Yeah, it's kind of like this. I'll add one more thing to that. It's kind of like this. I'm a player of meta ops. I'm a pretty good FPS shooter. I'd say I'm above average, right? I do my thing. Um, but meta ops once, who would I be to say I don't want I don't want gamers to, I don't want the shrouds. I don't want the doctor disrespects. I don't want the nade shots. I don't want these guys to come into meta ops. I would be crazy to say that. I want those guys to say that to come into the game. Um, you know, if I got into a match with them in meta ops, I would get my head blown off, but it wouldn't stop me from playing the game because I can go into Call of Duty, randomly get into a match with Dr. Disrespect and Tim the Tap Man, and I'm going to get wiped clean off of the map, and I'm going to lose that Battle Royale match to them. I'm not at that elite level to compete with them, right? But it doesn't stop me from playing Call of Duty. So, if the elite of the elite from, certain games come into Star Atlas, they come into Star Atlas, and everybody will still continue to play the game, so maybe that's a little bit more of what you were asking, Karush. But yeah, I would love to hear how you were trying to phrase it. Ask again. Yeah, did I kind of
Yeah, yeah,
touch on it? Yeah.
yeah. Definitely, you did. You guys are totally right. I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but the thing is that let me explain a little bit because I guess Rampage just misunderstood me for the streamers. But we're talking about the gaming guilds that has managers, like they have uh, systematic charts. They got different sub guilds, or well, it's not a DAO, but sub guilds that are participating in different games. Like it's not like they play only Warzone. For example, Team Secret. If any championship or esports competition is around the world, and it's above the level one gamers, they're gonna participate in it because they have multi-million-dollar prizes on them. So, uh, and when these kind of organizations join the startups community, it's not going to be like, for example, 10 gamers. It's going to be about like thousands of gamers, professional gamers who do it on daily basis. They're gonna join uh, in the community, and it's not gonna be only about the budget they're gonna bring in. It's about, like, let's say, Final Frontier got 100 pilots, or Atlas you got I don't know, 1,000 bounty hunters, but uh, lots of them are crypto native. They're not gamers. So, for example, I'm gonna be a normal player. Movement's gonna be an expert one, but we are talking about the gaming guild who brings like 500 pilots to the game. So that's a whole different story in the terms of looting, in terms of PvP battles, PvE battles, and stuff like that. And
Right.
yeah,
Well,
despite
what I
that,
would say
I
to that
totally agree
is,
with you.
yeah,
Like, when this
yeah.
kind
Well,
of
what I would say to
organizations,
that,
yeah, go on.
yeah, what I would say to that is, well, then I guess my question to you would be, if that happens, I know it's going to happen, and I want it to happen. I want to embrace it. But my question would to you would be: should me and you, should we quit Final Frontier, call it quits? Should we tell Ardo, like, look, man, there's going to be, these big boys you're talking about, Karush, are coming in. You know what? Let's sell our assets and let's get out now. Should that be what we do then?
No, definitely not. I'm
See
not
what I'm saying?
saying.
So that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I'm not.
So what I'm saying is like,
I never said it's bad thing that they join.
yeah,
Especially, it's very good thing because
it
they're
is a good thing.
involved with. Yeah, it is a good thing. They're involved with more than 2.4 billion gamers around the world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because honestly, right now everyone involved with most of, I'm not gonna say only startups, most of the games out there, like, people are involved with are crypto people who
right,
know
right.
how to use the wallets and what is the blockchain and stuff like that. We got a huge community of gamers out there that don't even know what is blockchain beside Bitcoin, you know?
So what I say to that is, of course, what's going on, Barkeep? Glad you're up here. You know,
GM, GM.
big gamers are coming in. Big gamers are coming in, and we want them to come in, and that's pretty much. And I can think of every aspect that you're thinking of and saying. And to all of that, I reply with, yes, I want it. I embrace it. Bring him in. Come on, let's get this game bigger and bigger and bigger. I am not, I'm 100% not worried about any of it. I'm not, I want it to actually happen. And that's what I want to happen. Yes. I think it's a good thing. You know, I think it's a good thing. Yeah, go ahead, Rampage. And what's going on, Barkeep?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me.
I just just real quick, like, if they come in, it only makes our assets stronger. And then really, we do this because we like games and because we like the opportunity that it brings. And especially because we've spent our money on these assets to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. If a big gaming guild comes in and adds more money to it, I ain't gonna turn that away. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep playing, number one. And number two, we're gonna be like, keep pouring money into it because that only lifts everybody else up. And that's kind of like, that's where Web 2 failed, is that people didn't have ownership over their in-game items. So that way, when big money came into Web 2, they would get drowned out because their skill level would automatically be dropped based on the skill base. Skill base in a play to earn game, almost kind of doesn't matter. It only matters like how much faith you had early on. And then if you want to pay to get into it later, then you're more than welcome to pay to get into it later. I'm sure anybody would have been happy to get into Axie Infinity like 3 or 4 years ago, so that way they'd actually have a chance to like earn some money. Where now it's like, what, $900 to start up? Like, we all put our money into these assets because we know there's opportunity and because we see the opportunity for great gameplay too. And I would not turn that away at all. I'm excited for it. And yeah, Karusha, get your point. It's not a bad thing. It sounded like more like what happens when they're buying out the space, but I don't think they can completely do that. There's always going to be there's room for competition all around, and we're all going to be able to play it together as a community. It's going to be a really good time.
Totally agree with you, M-Page. I see you're in Atlesio. Awesome. I love what y'all are doing. Good morning to my Frontierians, everybody. Good to hear from y'all. And
thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to chime in about some of my experience with guilds and other games, like you see my profile picture is Beef Capital Kamikazes, where one of the many clubs in the Rumble Kong League that, we're all waiting for them to, just like we don't have the Polis DAO system and all of that, like the club system, the club NFTs for Rumble Kong League are not quite available yet, but that should all be coming very soon. But just to kind of compare and contrast between Final Frontier and Beef Capital Kamikazes, I mean, with Rumble Kong clubs, the maximum number of these Kong NFTs you can have in a club is 30. So you might not even have 30 holders. Like I have 2 Kongs. So if everyone has 2 Kongs, that's like 15 people in one of these clubs, maybe pretty typical. And it's run by very laid back Australians. Everyone's very casual. It's very laid back and fun. Whereas Final Frontier, like we have Ardo, we have all these amazing officers, we have Moonman, like people pushing out content, gaming tournaments, a token. Like how many gaming guilds out there have their own token, like period, across all games, all universes? And just like, Final Frontier is much more intense than Beef Capital Kamikazes in a really good way. And like I wouldn't have time for a second guild that's as intense as Final Frontier anyway, so BCK is perfect. There are going to be guilds that are even larger, even more industrialized and corporatized and institutionally backed than Final Frontier is. And not everyone is going to want to be on that level or be in a guild that's that big that they feel like, when they join, they're on the ground floor of this giant behemoth. Some people are going to say, hey, where's the pirate guild with 12 people where I can like know everybody and be close and we can do little raids together. There's going to be all spaces across the ecosystem for all kinds of experiences. And anytime one guild gets too big and too powerful, I mean, guess what's going to happen? People are going to balance against them and find ways to contain them. So, yeah, just super excited to see all the guilds continue growing and hear about some more guilds that y'all might be part of in other games.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly, man. That was well summed up. That should actually be clipped and put out somewhere. That was nice, dude. I like the way you summed that up a lot.
Thank you. I can't talk really well because I have sutures in my mouth. I just got like minor-ish oral surgery, so I'm kind of recovering from that. But
well, I hope
yeah,
you recover.
put it out, please.
Yeah, no, that was good. That almost deserves to be clipped and put out. I think I might do that. No, I think you summed it up really well. Is that we want other people to come into this game. There's always a bigger fish in the sea. I mean, that's not an old saying for a reason. There's always a bigger fish in the sea, and that's just going to happen in the world. But it doesn't stop people from creating because, it doesn't matter how far backed up you are, what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. It just doesn't matter. You hone in on what you're good at and you do what you can, and that's what the guilds in this game will do. When the new ones come, they'll do what they have to do. When the newer and bigger ones come, they'll do what they have to do, and there's always going to be a place in Star Atlas for any size guild, any power, level of a guild. There's always going to be a place for somebody, and it should never deter somebody from not wanting to continue in the game or not come into the game, so let's bring Rampage back up. He probably got rugged. Maybe he went down himself. I don't know. Hey, if anybody else out there wants to come up, please do. Mighty Flanka, great to have you. Empress of Peach, great to have you. Shadow, great to have you. Pixel, Crispy, Camille, great to have you guys. Thank you. Cam, thank you for the follow. I seen you did give me one, so I do want to shout that out. But yeah, anybody else that wants to come up and talk, please do.
Yeah, I see
I think
Empress
this is
here.
really
I
good.
wanted to know what are the terms in order to get a baby alien from her. Like, what should be we had to be qualified to get a baby alien from Atlas your family.
Yo, Peach, come up here. Peach, come up here if you want. Yeah, man, we're on the hunt. We gotta find that X5. Too funny. Um, but yeah, this is but to kind of switch back to what the main focus of this was, which is, we want to play other games, we want to Rampage, nice to have you back. We want to continue to branch off into other games and get the community involved and have tournaments and live stream tournaments in the SA Guild. Let's play some Call of Duty. Let's play some CS:GO. Let's do some Star Citizen dogfights. Let's during this crazy market, let's get people involved and let's bring the games back in it. Let's. Um, but Peach, what's going on? How are you today?
Hey, thanks for having me up here. um,
Hey, you
you
already know.
you just said something about, the gaming, against each other. And I think I saw you talking in one of the discords about like old emulator games. Like that's my jam. Like if there could be some kind of tournament where we're doing Mario Kart or Tetris or some, the old stuff, like I think that'd be
Yes.
fun community building as well. Um, so just my 2 cents on the old school games. I think that'd be bomb. Um,
Oh, of course. I think we should. And you got that from the Moon Type Legacy. I'll put a little shill if you guys want to go grab Moon Type Legacy NFTs right now. You can buy them. We're dropping the Legacy NFTs together. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Go check my profile picture, or I mean my profile.
yeah,
There
that's
was my quick.
bomb,
There
man.
was my quick shill. But yes, um, me and Archetype talked about doing like retro game tournaments, and I know I've been playing Sonic. That's one of my favorite classic ones, so I think that is definitely something that we should do too, because I think there's a lot of game heads out there that love those old school retro games. I know I got 3 or 4 friends that are deep into collecting old school games and consoles, and they have all their games on the shelves, and we from time to time will play those old school consoles, and like it's really a vibe. That's what people do. And so that's another thing that we need to start doing to build more community, is playing those style games, because games are games, man. We're all here because of games, and Star Atlas doesn't have a game for us right now. We're staking our ships, and that's no big deal. The game will be here when it gets here. We're giving them the time to develop that game, but for now, let's bring the sentiment back up in the community. Let's get people excited again. Let's get people engaging again. Let's have some friendly competition. Um, and yeah, I think it's necessary. I think it's healthy, if we do this.
Absolutely. And one thing on the traditional gaming side that we've done just a little bit in Final Frontier that's been very fun is Dungeons and Dragons, which is just a really, really fun collaborative storytelling and fun way to hang out and have some good times together. But I've recently discovered on Kickstarter a new D20 based RPG called Death in Space that combines like old school role playing elements with kind of space horror, and you're kind of this plucky crew of little miners, and you die so often in the game that there's a really handy digital character generator because you're not expected to survive really. And I think that would just be a super, super fun thing to run for the guild, or really for anyone who wants to play while we're all kind of waiting for this incredible space game. So I'm learning how to run that right now slowly, digging into the PDFs and stuff. And when that's ready, I would love to promote that a little bit, get some players in, and see if we like the game.
I fully agree. I fully agree. Shadow, what's going on, homie? Um,
How you doing, bro?
just like I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just like you, me and
What's up,
Shadow were
Shadow?
playing Star Citizen. We had a really fun. We had a really fun time, man. It was super enjoyable. It was late night. We played for about 2 hours. Like that's what we're talking about. Is just yeah, we're a part of 2 different guilds, but we come together and we play some games together. But yeah, what's going on, Shadow? Tell us what's up.
Really, I've been trying to get back on PS4 to get my buddies on, but they're all playing like Dark Soul games. There's like we don't have much cryptocurrency games. We have Dark Souls in the mix, but those guys like to battle against in Dark Souls. I'm trying to think how we get that in the mix in there. You know how people play Dark Souls.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, I was rinsing off something. Yeah, no, exactly. Is in the Final Frontier, for instance, we have a gaming thread, and it's open to the members. And when you pop open that thread, it's other games. It's called other games or something like that, other gaming threads or something. And there's a list of at least 20 different games there, and people will chit chat. They'll play their games. You know what I mean? I know me and one of the four horsemen, his name is Viles. We were playing. He brought us into Ark Survival. We were playing that with his friends in real life for a while, and me and Star Killer were in there. One of the other officers of the Final Frontier, and we were playing that for a while. He's a little bit busy with schoolwork right now and doing things on the back end for Final Frontier, but that's what it's all about. And I just want to bring that to the public and say, hey, let's play some games together, guys. Come on. But yeah, what games are you guys playing right now? What's everybody's game of the week that they're playing? What games would you like to see the community go head to head in, or even games that are like story missions, right? Where you team up with four buddies or two buddies, and you complete the game together, where it's not going head to head, it's actually competing and working together. What are some games you guys would like to see the community play, or that would be real fun to make a competition or tournament out of?
I think there's one coming out next month. I think it's called Scrimmerlands. It's a 4-player co-op game, also a 4 versus 4.
Okay, for sure. DM me that so I can check it out. That'd be dope. That'd be mad legit.
Got it.
You already know.
Yeah, I think we should try like more challenging games, just like PUBG or Battlefield, to understand each other better, like teammates get to know each other better during the intense situations. And also, I would like to know my like let's say competitors' gaming skills. Like we get to see how Empress is good at gaming. So in the future, we would like we would have a clear idea of the a skill set of the whole community of Star Atlas. I would like to understand that a little bit better in order to future realize that uh, at what scale we're gonna stand compared to other guilds, like both from Star Atlas community or traditional community.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we got to see if Peach can get that X5 back. This is an
Guys,
important.
I'm really good at smuggling baby aliens and killing pirates. That's as far as.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
I'm gonna
yeah.
keep doing this. Get my baby alien. Please be Yoda.
A little Yoda. The little Grogu.
Hell yeah. So me and Rampage, well, he set it up and then brought it to my attention. He's like, "Yo, I got four people on the Alezio family that want to play COD against a Final Frontier 4v4." I said, "Say no more." So I contacted everybody, did the at everybody in the general Gen Chat Discord of Final Frontier. Two people hit me up looking for a fourth. If anybody out there does play does play COD, Warzone, um, hit me up and you're a part of the Final Frontier so we can get that going. And then also we he brought up, it would be really cool to get, the whole Star Atlas community involved so we can have like 100 people, right? 40, 60, 80, 100 people from the community that all play. You get your teams together and we can just do full-blown battle royales, and it could be a huge event. I mean, there's a lot of potential there. There's 300,000 followers on the Star Atlas Twitter account, 150 or something like that, or 130 or 100 something like that, in the Discord. um, and to say that all we have to do is find 100 people out of that, I mean, it's a very small percentage, but the impact could be very big of getting people together, and it's a snowball thing, right? First we do a 4v4, then we get a couple more people that see what happened, and so now it turns into we got 20 people, and we couple weeks go by, now we got 40 people. I mean, sooner or later you could have hundreds of people playing, and it's like, oh well, we did this tournament, only 100 people can enter, but you have 400 people sitting on the sidelines that wanted to get in, but they couldn't, right? Or we have to set up 5 different tournaments. It just can get crazy, but we have to start that today, and we have to start that moving forward to get this happening. We need to bring some life back in everything. Thoughts, Karush?
Is
Yeah,
there
I'm totally agreed. No, go on, Empress.
I was gonna say, is there like an entity or someone, because you just kind of brought to mind what Dowcaster's doing with the ships, you know, almost tournament style with that, but he's kind of like overseeing that. Like, so like I love your idea, the Moon Man, but is there like a someone who would oversee it or be like the um like the neutral sportscaster, so to say.
Yeah, of course. Well, I would love to do it with Rampage, right? Or anybody that wants to help oversee that with me. I mean, again, me and Ardo and Karush, we've been talking for some time now about doing something like this, and you know, uh, the 2v2 between me and Karush and Santi and Michael, kind of sparked this whole thing, and now it's leading into this, but it was going to happen anyways, right? But yeah, I mean, it would just be the community, right? Whoever wants to take the reins and get this going, and I think it's us right now, everybody that's in here, um, we're the ones that are going to do it, right? First we got to
Yeah.
set up with a couple of people that we know are down to play 4v4. It starts with the 4v4, moves into 12 people, then 20, then 20 for a couple of weeks, and in a couple of months it catches the attention of everybody, and it almost just carries itself, right? So
Yeah.
really, whoever wants to do it, yeah, whoever wants to partake is how we get it going.
Well, can I shout out the Atlesio, Rampage and Shadow? I think you guys are streamers, right? So you kind of working on excuse me, on some sort of radio thing, right? That
Alpha.
might be like some awesome content, uh, to really build up our audience, as well as set up a whole gaming, what would it be called, tournament style kind of thing, and kind of host it. Just throwing that out there, guys, if you'd be interested in that kind of sharing that kind of content.
Yeah, I think I would totally be into doing like kind of like a sportscasting type of thing, kind of, like CDL, that kind of thing. I'd be totally into doing something like that. Right now, my channel is less of like a radio type of thing as it is just I'm mainly a gaming channel. Trying to rally people around Star Atlas and like just space themed games in general, but mostly Star Atlas. And the one thing that brought me to it obviously was the opportunity and just like the ambition and like how long I could stay around. And it's kind of like what Moonman said before. Like, there's 300,000 people following Star Atlas, and a bunch of people in the Discord. Like, the people that start now to do these kinds of community building things, like it's just going to keep growing bigger. And I mean, there's really no limit to it, like what we can do. Um, but yeah, right now it's going to start with getting people involved, playing games together, and then we'll continue to branch out and do different things like as time goes on. So
Yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time, right? I mean, the whole, and I'll say it again, the whole crypto market's down. We don't know where it's going. There's been a little bit of pump, the past week or whatever. Maybe we're going into that bull run again, baby. Let's go. We don't know, but
Ride the bull.
let's go. But we just don't know. But I can tell you right now, um, if we do go into a bear market, I'm telling everybody right now, everything is going down, and it could go on for a year. It could go on for 2 years. I'm not starting panic or anything. You know what I mean? Only take what I say with a grain of salt, right? But what I'm saying is, when that
I'm
happens,
already panicked.
I'm already panicking. Don't panic is when someone tells you don't panic. That's when you panic. What I'm saying is, when that happens, people are gonna look around. It's gonna be like that GIF, right? From what's that movie called? I can't remember what that movie's called, but anyways, you know what I mean. Jacket over the arm, and you look around, you go, I don't know where anybody's at. What's going on here? That's what's going to happen. But the way we keep the community here, and the way that we keep people involved, and not have things get stale, is start playing some fucking games. You know what I mean? And that's just a way to do it. And it'll give everybody something to do. And I'm telling you right now, and I know you guys all know it, games are fun. They're fun. Like, don't we all remember 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when you play in a game and you had more time to play games, right? And you're laughing with your friends all night or all day or whatever the case may be. Like, games are fun. If you ask me, how do we, keep community and build community? We play games, man. We're all here for a game. We just don't have that game yet. So let's play other games. And I think, you know, it'll make sense over time, man. People will see it. You build the field, they will come.
With respect to the bear market, be greedy when people are fearful. Be fearful when people are greedy. That's all you got to follow. That bear market shouldn't scare anybody if it comes, because that's just an opportunity right there, and that's what we should be taking advantage of. And then it's because if you have faith in the product, you know where it's going to go. So there's really no reason to be fearful, because it's going to come back. Because look at all the big money that gets into crypto now. You got Samsung including blockchain technology into their phones. You already got like Dr. Disrespect doing his, like, including NFTs in his new gaming studio. You've got other AAA gaming studios trying to get into blockchain gaming. It's when you see the writing on the wall, there's really no reason to be fearful. Bear markets will come, but that means nothing when it comes to the value of the product at hand. So
Exactly. And no, I'm right there with you, man. Bear market is the place to get rich. That's where you buy all your assets, and you hodl them for about a year, and then it explodes. And that's the other thing I would like to touch on, because you brought a good point. You brought up a good point. Is like, let's say the bear market does happen, but what is a bear market? We don't know what a bear market looks like in crypto today, because honestly, the whole space is just different. We can't follow the chart. You can't put a chart on a previous chart in the past and say, oh, they do line up, so I think it's going what happened on the previous chart is going to happen today. I just don't think you can do that, because like, there's just so much more in the space. Like you said, Dr. Disrespect getting into it. Um, what was the phone company you said? There's just so much in it right now. Like, everybody knows about crypto now for the most part. It's just, who's actually getting into it? Well, everybody. So it's just it's a different type of market. So you know, we'll just have to wait and see. And maybe we're about to go on a stock exchange, Nasdaq, bubble for 10 years in crypto, where it never actually dips into a hardcore bear market. It just kind of stays on this weird euphoria fence, and then goes up, and then goes back to just being like, left and right, and this weird euphoria where you think, like, is it coming? Is it coming? And then it goes back up, and it just does that for a weird bubble for like 10 years. But then again, I'm not a market analyst. Nobody listens to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we just don't know. But all I know is I want to play some games with people, man. And I'm looking forward to these little friendly competitions. You know.
Yeah, we should talk with the Star Atlas. We should have a Star Atlas tournament. Like they gonna put some prize, and everyone's gonna, like, for example, participate in CS:GO, and the final, like, top team is gonna compete with Star Atlas team honorary, and they get the prize. That would be fun.
Yeah, facts. I agree. I agree. Yeah, me and you got to play Santi and Michael. That's the first match on the table, and
Well,
then we'll go outside of that. But right now it's
yeah.
blood. You know. um, but yeah, Sammy, what's going on, homie? I see you just stepped in. What's going on, brother? Shout out to the Aletio family. Let's go. Um, but yeah, I don't know if you guys want to keep this going. If you guys got anything more to say, but I just want to do a quick Twitter Spaces and vibe out with you all and talk about playing some games in the future together. Anybody got anything to add, or are we good to call it, folks? You tell me.
I gotta head out pretty soon here anyway, but it was so good hearing from y'all, Moonman, Karash, Empress, everybody. Hope y'all do well, and I agree, we're gonna need some good games to keep us through the bear market. I've been playing a lot of Stellaris, and I probably will keep doing so. Cheers, y'all.
Most definitely. Thank you for coming up, man. All right.
I
Well,
think Embark here,
go ahead.
Together and Rampage. That was a fun time. We should do this stuff more often.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Hey, Moonman, thanks for holding it, man. This is awesome. I'm at work at the moment, so I'm kind of multitasking. But yeah, I appreciate being in here, and it was cool to talk about all this stuff. We should definitely do these a little more often. Thanks,
agree.
man.
I agree. Yeah, man. Thanks for bringing the idea about playing COD and doing the 4v4 Alessio versus Final Frontier. I'll just say it right now. I think we're shooting for about 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. So that's Sunday for me, but whatever time that happens to be for you, maybe about 30 hours away from now, maybe 29, depending on the math. But yeah, so if anybody's interested, looks like the Alessio and Rampage have their 4 guys. I've got 3. I need 1 more for the Final Frontier. So spread the message, let them know that we're doing that, and yeah, we'll do these more often because I think this is just very important. Gamers want to play games, so let's start building those relationships and having fun there. We've all had fun discussing with each other, building organizations, building businesses, and it's been really fun. But let's play some games together. I know a lot of us are busy. Trust me, I only get like a couple hours a week to play games, but let's start doing this and getting the community involved. I definitely want to do more of these. Short talk, but I enjoyed it. Thank you for everybody that showed up. We will continue to keep doing these, and yeah, contact me if you want to play some games or got some ideas on the future of all this. So,
Hey,
thank you, everybody.
also, Moonman, earlier we talked about a punishment for the game tomorrow. So if anybody's got some good ideas that are not business damaging, then let me or Moonman know, and we'll take it into consideration. Something worthwhile that we can put on the line.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, hit us with the DMs on your thoughts. Without further ado, thank you, everybody, and I'll see you guys right off of the spaces, in the DMs or wherever else. I love you guys, and let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it.